all of those people. We're talking about the keys of the game, and I think it's going to be the offensive line play against this very athletic defensive front against the Lobos. And, of course, the defense of West Monroe may be the best that Longview will have faced this year. But they're pretty heavy across the front, and that'll be a pretty good matchup against that big front four against West Monroe. I look for it like this, Frank and Jim. I think special teams will play a big part in this football game. Maybe the leg of Jackson Hinton may prove to be the difference. We'll just have to see. Turnovers, of course, will be big, and we'll get a chance to see this high-powered offensive Longview right off the bat.
The Rebels will kick off, and it'll be two dangerous return guys, Jarvis Pippins and Vondrell McGee, the deep men for Longview. And for the Rebels, Jonathan Nugent will tee it up at the north 30, or the north 40. And West Monroe in white jerseys, navy blue pants, and navy helmets with blue trim will kick off to Longview in green jerseys, pants, and helmets. Longview will be going from our right to left as they receive the kickoff in Independence Stadium.
Frank, not much wind, so we'll get a chance to see what kind of leg Jonathan Nugent has tonight.
Nugent approaches the football. The 2005 season is underway, and he sends it well into the end zone, Jim. 8 yards deep in the end zone is Jarvis Pippins to take the kickoff. No wind needed, and the Lobos take it out on the 20-yard line.
And that's where you want to see the opposing team begin the ball game, and that's at the 20, or I guess maybe even inside that, but just about as good as you can do. And Nugent, with the jamboree last week and starting out this week, been perfect kicking the ball into the end zone.
Trips to the left side and a shotgun formation for Freeman, the quarterback, who runs straight ahead to the 25. He's out to near the 30-yard line and very near a first down run for Carlin Freeman, the senior quarterback, who took the snap and the shotgun and headed straight up the field. He is knocked down by Will Blackwell of the Rebels. They'll put it down on the 29. So that means a 9-yard gain in the first play from scrimmage for Longview. They'll have second down and a yard to go.
Longview awfully big on the left side. Their guard 280 and the tackle 290.
Again, the shotgun, and Freeman takes and looks to throw, and he fires. Caught back at the 25, and they drop the football. It'll be ruled incomplete. David Robinson, the intended receiver. Little quick pass out here. Robinson stepped behind the line of scrimmage to receive the pass, took his eyes off the ball, looking for the defenders, and dropped it. So it is an incomplete pass. It means third down and a yard to go now for the Lobos at their own 29-yard line.
That was potentially a good play for the Lobos, as they had 2 blockers and only 2 defenders in that area to try to get the receiver down.
Needing a yard for the first down. They run from an eye this time with quarterback Carlin Freeman down under. Let's see if they go to Ivory, the big fullback. They will not. The quarterback fakes and hit down, but he'll get the first down just across the 30. When Carlin Freeman, he faked to Chris Ivory, kept it down the line to the right side, and ducked just across the 30-yard line where Luther Davis knocked him down. But it is just by the smallest of margins, Jim, a 1st and 10 for Longview.
And that's what Longview did last week consistently, is that was pick up key first downs on 3rd and 4th down. They scored the first 3 times they had the football last week against Marshall.
Again, they're in the I backfield, a slot eye this time, and Freeman gives to the fullback Ivory, who bangs his way out to the 35-yard line and is pulled down to the 36. He got about 5 yards on that play. The big fullback, 195-pounder, his first carry of the game. And he is knocked to the ground at the 36-yard line by senior linebacker Arthur Hardy for the Rebels, along with Shamari Clemens. It's 2nd and 5 for the Lobos.
We haven't seen Chris Ivory touch the football yet, and he's really their go-to guy. Last year, Frank rushed for more than 2,000 yards.
Was that Ivory or McGee you're referring to?
I'm sorry, that was McGee. Vontrell McGee, you're right.
Freeman to pass, and he fires incomplete. The pass is thrown low, intended for David Robinson. The split into the right side. Little look in, but the pass is just thrown poorly by Freeman that time. So Carlin Freeman's incomplete pass will give the Lobos third down, about 4.5, 5 yards needed for the first down now from their own 36-yard line. Terry Carter in the coverage of Robinson, but that pass just thrown poorly.
Thrown right in the dirt.
Third down play. Give it to the running back inside. He's out of the 40. Hit down the 42, and he has the first down. Vondrell McGee, the guy Jim was talking about, his first carry of the game. He slanted off left tackle. Scott Love knocks him down, but not before the Lobos have their second first down in a row. They'll have this one at their own 42-yard line.
Last time they ran to the weak side to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. This time they came to their strong side behind their big guys, and no trouble picking it up.
Adrian Reese is wide to the right side. Robinson goes left. I backfield behind quarterback Carlin Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll give it to McGee inside. He's out to the 45. He's down at the 47-yard line. 5 yards inside, or near it anyway, for Vondrell McGee, the 5'10", 190-pound senior running back, as Will Blackwell is off the bottom of that pile, along with Lee Brown for the West Monroe Rebels. It'll be 2nd down. We'll call it 6. Give them 4 on that play, out to the 47-yard line.
And the Lobos picking up where they left off last week, just moving the football offensively.
2nd down, about 6. Again, out of the I backfield they go. And the fullback, Ivory, has it, and he bulls his way forward near the 50. He stopped at about the 49-yard line. A couple of yards and heavy traffic for Chris Ivory, the fullback, that time, as he got the handoff running straight ahead. And a good job defensively for the Rebels in there to meet him and making the stop for West Monroe. Will Blackwell and others are there, along with Corey Underwood coming from strong safety. So it's 3rd down and about 3. And, Jim, a very big 3rd down possession play right here.
Well, it is. It certainly is. And the Rebels need to come up with a stop.
They give it to McGee. He'll run inside. He is going to be slipping way to the 45, to the 40. Finally down at the 38-yard line of the Rebels. He got by a defender at the line of scrimmage, turned on the speed, and advances the ball for about 12 yards and a 1st down at the 38-yard line of West Monroe, as Scott Love makes the tackle for the Rebels.
Tremendous vision by Vontrell McGee. There wasn't much of a hole, but as soon as he was patient, as soon as he saw that crease, he burst through it and picked up the big gainer. He's committed verbally to play at the University of Texas next year.
Outstanding running back, 190-pounder Vondrell McGee. He's dotted the I at tailback from the 38-yard line, but they'll go to Ivory, the fullback, who is upended at the 35. A couple of yards, and that's all, as C.C. Carpenter came in and made the hit on Chris Ivory, knocking him down at the 35 and holding the Lobos to about a 2-yard gain that time. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 yards to go for Longview.
Last week, McGee picked up 110 yards on 23 carries. Ivory, the big fullback, picked up 50 yards on 7 carries, and the quarterback Freeman had 42 on 10 carries.
This bunch likes to run the football. This time the quarterback Freeman fakes and rolls right to throw. Looking, running, throwing. The pass is caught across the way. No, he dropped it and incomplete. That pass is incomplete. Intended for, I think, Robinson across the way. He couldn't hold it, though. John Gray on the coverage for West Monroe. Bring it back to the Rebel 35-yard line, where Longview will have 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And Bill, in pursuit of the quarterback was big Will Blackwell, and he was doing it without a helmet. Did you see how his helmet came off?
Well, little hands to the face, Jim, by number 71. He and Blackwell locked up on that play. And I thought Blackwell fought the block off well once he lost his helmet. The guy didn't have anything else to hold on to.
Shotgun on 3rd down. To throw is Freeman, looking and firing with a big rush coming, but it's complete at the 24. David Robinson has it for the 1st down reception at the Rebel 24-yard line.
A tremendous hit by Scott Love, but after Robinson caught the pass, and good job by Robinson, 6'3", 175 pounds to hang on to that football. He's a big target, and he took a lick from Scott Love.
He nailed him, but he held on. Much to the credit, as you say, Jim, for David Robinson. And a 1st and 10 Longview. They've taken the opening kickoff, and they've driven it right down the field. And they have a 1st down at the Rebel 24-yard line. We have played about 4 minutes into the game. Here's Freeman. Back to throw again. Over the middle he goes. The pass is incomplete. Had a man open, the big tight end, Adrian Reese. But the pass is too long from Freeman, who had a rush coming. So the Rebels dodged the bullet that time, or Reese would have had the score, but he couldn't catch up with the football. Bring it back to the Rebel 24-yard line, where the Lobos have 2nd down and 10.
Faked inside to Ivory, and it brought the safety Carter up, and the tight end was able to run by him, but at the time he threw the ball, Frank, the quarterback, Freeman, the tight end wasn't as open as he was by the time the ball went over his head.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. They go from the 24-yard line. Out of the I backfield, the pro I they go. And here's Freeman faking inside, pitching to McGee. Coming left. He is in trouble and knocked out of bounds roughly at about the 24-yard line for no gain, and a nice play by Scott Love. The cornerback came up to contain him well and rolled him out of bounds at the 24-yard line. No gain on that play to bring up 3rd down and 10. And also, let's credit Corey Underwood with being there on the stop for the West Monroe Rebels.
And he probably made that tackle for his mom, Charlotte Underwood, who is celebrating a birthday, I believe, today. So happy birthday to Charlotte Underwood, and a good play by her son.
Third down and 10, the Lobos. They've advanced it down the field, but they find themselves with third down here. They'll send a wide receiver wide right in Michael George and a wide man left in Robinson. Shotgun on 3rd and 10. There's the snap. Freeman looks to throw. He sets and fires. Has his man across the middle of the 10, and a first down to the 8-yard line as Adrian Reese makes the catch over the center of the football field. Knocked down to the 8, but it's first down and goal to go for Longview.
And right now that Rebel defense back on its heels already in the ball game is Kyle Fairshow replacing maybe big Leon Brown in the Rebels. Frank, want a timeout?
Timeout on the field. We'll be back in 60 seconds. There's no score. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105. With Jim Nars, Bill Nars, Stanley Doopy, and Corey Crow. And right now Longview has first down and goal to go. They have it at the 8-yard line of West Monroe. They have had the ball for 4 minutes and 5 seconds. They took the opening kickoff, started at the 20-yard line, and they're down to the Rebel 8 right now.
They've picked up about 72 yards on this drive. That last play, just another great third down conversion. They're 4 of 4. They really spread the Rebel defense and hit the tight end, who was right in the middle of the field.
They run from the pro-I formation once again. Freeman barking signals out there, long count, and now flags are going down and whistles blowing before the snap of the football. Let's see if the Longview Lobos drew the Rebels across, or did West Monroe jump?
And the Rebels are clapping, so maybe they were drawn offsides. And they were. Illegal procedure, the call against Longview. That'll push the football back to about the 13-yard line and make it first down and goal from there.
And here come the Lobos back at the 13, as Jim just said, first and goal. Same pro-I formation. Quarterback Carlin Freeman gives to McGee inside of the 10, gets by at the 5. He is in for the touchdown. Vontrell McGee skipping his way through the center of the football field, and an 80-yard drive for the touchdown. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to do it, and the Lobos have taken the lead.
A big hole in the middle of the field, and he eluded Terry Carter at about the 5-yard line. Carter couldn't have made the tackle in flag football.
Well, Jim and Frank, it looks like that we may have to take the linebackers and play them a true 3 across the defensive line. We're walking them up, and once they break that initial play and there's nobody back there, and this back is for real.
Zach Decker's extra point is up and good. The Rebels get the ball. Windy return with 7:50 to play first quarter. It's Longview 7, the Rebels nothing. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105. Effective drive of Lobos. They took the opening kickoff. Actually, the kickoff by Jonathan Nugent went into the end zone, well into the end zone, so they started in the 20. They drive 80 yards, Jim, for that score.
16 plays, 80 yards, 4:10 off the clock. And, of course, the touchdown. Vontrell McGee scampered for 13 yards.
Rebels get it for the first time. Frank Gooden and Terry Carter deep. Here's the kickoff by Michael Marichek. A short kickoff. Up man at the 20, 25, out of bounds at the 30-yard line for the West Monroe Rebels.
Nick Young.
That is Nick Young, one of the up guys who grabbed that ball. And he is knocked out of bounds at about the short of the 30 at about the 28-yard line. First and 10 there for the West Monroe Rebels. First time they've had the ball tonight. The center, Will Nars. The guards, Andrew Stout and Chris Sprayberry. The tackles, Clayton Chambers and Derek Casola for West Monroe. The wideouts, Jonathan Warlick, Mario Wiley, and Carl Turner in the backfield. Jason Robinson, the fullback. Frank Gooden, the tailback. And senior Steven Ensminger operating at quarterback. He'll be down into center on first down from the 28-yard line as they run from the I. Ensminger takes that football. He will fake it himself and across the 30 and go down the 33. That's 5 yards off the option for Steven Ensminger. After faking to J-Rob, kept it down the line on the right side. Moved upfield and got about 5 to the 33-yard line. Kelsey Oliver knocked him down for Longview, and the Rebels have second down and 5 yards to go.
And it looked like the fullback, J-Rob, almost ran a counter. He ran inside. It looked like he was running to the left on the option as they faked it to him that way. And then they came around to the right side. So a little different wrinkle for the Rebels running the veer option.
Colt Calloway is wide to the left side. Wiley goes right. Insminger, 2nd and 5 from the 33, has Turner in motion right to left. And the fake inside. No, a give to J-Rob, who pulls his way across the 35, and he drives near the first down stick at the 39-yard line. Barry, this is a first down. He got that ball beyond the first down stick, and great second effort. Just bulling his way forward, Jim, was Jason Robinson for the Rebels.
Frank, I think you called it right. I think it was I think he put it in his belly, took it out, and I think J-Rob took it back. First down, West Monroe. J-Rob would not be denied either the ball or the yardage as he gets the first down out to the 39-yard line. And we want to say hi to Bill and Lisa Fiesel. They're in Louisville, Kentucky, and they certainly hate not to be watching Rebel football games in person. Absolutely. And here the Lobos coming across there, but I'm afraid the Rebels jumped that time in the backfield. Looks like right guard Chris Sprayberry. And, of course, the center tonight starting out for West Monroe, number 52, Brett Smalling. And the tight end is Ferris Mayu. And we normally saw him play tackle last year, but they've got him at tight end. Rebels penalized 5 yards, though, back to about the 33-yard line. So it's first down and 15 now. The Rebels have picked up 1 first down, and this their first possession of the football game. After the Lobos drove with their opening possession 80 yards to take a 7-0 lead. That's where we are midway to the first quarter of the game. Wiley is wide to the right side. Turner in the slot over there, and Calloway is wide left. In the I backfield for West Monroe from the 33-yard line. Again, Turner in motion right to left. Insminger takes that ball and fakes inside. He's back to throw, and he fires, and he has his man diving for the put. No, he didn't hold on. Intended for Jonathan Warlick. No, Colt Calloway, but he didn't quite hold it out around the 40. Bring it back to the Rebel 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 15 yards to go. And as Insminger rolled to his left, he felt the pressure, kind of a sidearm little throw there, and Callaway had a chance to catch it, but he just couldn't hang on. I said bring it back to the 33. Really, the ball's on the 34-yard line. It is 2nd down and 15. Again, Callaway is wide left. To the right side is Mario Wiley. In the slot right, Turner. Into the backfield, Robinson the fullback, Frank Gooden at tailback. On 2nd down, again, Turner in motion, the same formation, and here's a pitch out to Gooden, sweeping left, looks a room, 35, out to the 40, 44-yard line, goes Frank Gooden, scampering his way for about 10 yards on the play. The pitch to the left side, power sweep. Cortez Beal finally knocked him down, but hard running Jim by Gooden. He gets 10 now on that play, and the Rebels now need 5 yards for the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 5. We talked about Vontrell McGee and the great vision that he had and the patience. Good job that time by our own, the Rebels, Frank Gooden. He was looked like there was no running room to his left. He saw a little crease and cut it back, picked up a quick 10. He found it. 3rd down and 5 right now from the 44 of West Monroe. Insminger has a man in motion. Again, Turner this time coming right. Insminger will fake. He's looking to throw. He fires. He's got the ball. He is caught in midfield, and down to the 45-yard line for the Rebels is Jason Robinson. Out of the backfield, J-Rob came, caught the ball in the right flat, and a first down Rebels at the 45-yard line of Longview. That pass was a little bit high, so J-Rob had to climb the ladder, so to speak, and just a great fingertip catch by that youngster. He made a great catch last week for a touchdown in the Jamboree. So Insminger finding J-Rob on that play, and the Rebels in Longview territory now with a first down and 10 yards to go. A slot right, a wide out left, the same formation. I backfield. J-Rob and Gooden hand it off to Gooden inside. He's at the 45. He's down to the 40. He's down to the 39-yard line. Hard running of 6 yards straight down the field by Frank Gooden. He is 5'9" and 186 pounds, but he runs with much authority, and he got very near 7 on the play. We'll call it the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Marcus Davis finally wrestled him down. Well, I tell you what, he was hit after about 2 or 3 yards, and he just drove the pile another 2 or 3 yards. A tremendously strong young man, in addition to being quick and elusive. So the Rebels answering the opening drive of Longview, putting together one of their own. Right now, the officials are asking for some kind of timeout here as they attend to some. We've got an injured Lobo, I believe.
That's number 30, guys.
There is a man injured for the Lobos. He is on the sideline now. And that's going to be Kelsey Oliver, the very fine linebacker. One of the leaders on that defensive team at the linebacker position. Last year, he combined with, I think, Ginn to lead the team in tackles. So the Rebels have the ball on the Longview 38-yard line. It's 2nd down and 3 yards to go. Again, the same formation. Slot right, a wide out left, I backfield. Robinson and Gooden back there behind Ensminger. Steven Ensminger on the 2nd down play will fake inside. Pitch to Gooden. He's to the 35, and he has the first down at the 35-yard line. He was nailed by Jarvis Pippen, but the Rebels doing a good job running the option. Ensminger faked into J. Rob and pitched to the trailing Frank Gooden. He got 3 yards, exactly what they needed for the first down on the 35-yard line of the Lobos.
Well, Frank, you saw it a little bit better than they did. They were thinking about taking a measurement, but I think maybe they heard you and they called it a first down.
They're moving those sticks, so that's a good thing. First down for the Rebels at the Longview 35-yard line, and their timeout is being requested. I'm not sure.
Official.
This is an official timeout. We'll take it. We'll return. When we return, the Rebels have 1st and 10 at the Lobo 35. The Rebels trail 7-0. You're listening to Rebel Football on LA 105. The Independence Bowl in Shreveport. The Rebels 1st down and 10 at the 35-yard line of Longview. Only one running back back there, this time behind the quarterback, Ensminger. Two wide receivers each side. Ensminger back to throw, looking and passing. Has a man at the 29, and that's Turner down to the 25, and off his feet at the 24-yard line is Carl Turner. I think that'll be another first down for the Rebels. About 11 yards gained on that play. A new formation for the Rebels, Jim, and a first down just across the Lobo 25-yard line.
Well, that's the kind of offense Coach Showers said he was going to employ, and Coach Stone, when they kind of spread things out. That time, good read by Ensminger to find Carl Turner open in the slot. He picked up a first down after he caught the football, and they expect big things from the senior wide receiver.
So the Rebels send Callaway wide to the left side of the football field. Wiley is right. Turner is right. This time on odd backfield behind Ensminger. From just inside the 25. Pitch to Gooden. Running left. He is hit and dropped at the 22, maybe the 21-yard line. Running hard again. And he got about 4 yards on that play. Taking the pitch out and sweeping to the left side was running back Frank Gooden. Ben Huddleston knocked him down, a 260-pound nose tackle. And the Lobos have a player shaken up on that play as the Rebels got it down to about the 21-yard line, or very near it anyway.
And Bill, as we look at this injury, that was actually a big hole that time off the left side, and Frank had some room to run, but the strong safety came up, made a very fine tackle to stop him, or to limit the gain to about 3 or 4 yards.
Well, Jim, Frank had come out just the play before that, and if it had not been for the timeout, Frank probably would not have played that last play. But he got over on the sideline, was able to stretch. He took a big lick up around the knee area, just above the knee, and he was shaken up pretty well. But and I'm not sure that kept him from maybe cutting or seeing that hole a little quicker. But one of the things that we are doing is getting the backside blocks down on these linebackers. That's a second linebacker that's gone out of this football game here in the first quarter for Longview.
Antigen Gwynn, a very fine 205-pound junior linebacker, is being helped from the field. We hope he is okay for the Lobos. The Rebels got it almost to the 21-yard line. We're going to call it a gain of 4. 2nd down and a long 6 needed for West Monroe as Callaway goes left. Mario Wiley goes right. In the slot right will be Carl Turner. J. Rob at fullback, Gooden at tailback behind Ensminger. Rebels from just outside the 21. And fake inside Ensminger. He's going to try to keep it himself, and he's going to be stopped at the 20-yard line. Maybe a yard, and that's about all. After Steven Ensminger faked that ball to J-Rob, he had nowhere to go, and Tony Johnson, the linebacker, ramped him up just shy of the 20-yard line.
Well, it was actually a pretty good decision, Frank, by Ensminger to hold the football. Frank was covered, and I think he had a cornerback or a linebacker coming up hard on him, and that might have caused a fumble, or if the pitch wasn't absolutely perfect, Frank probably wouldn't have picked up much. And so Steven just said, look, bad play. We'll limit our losses and come back on 3rd down.
So the ball is down on the 21, actually. It is 3rd down and 6 yards to go for the Rebels. They need to go to the 15. Here are 4 wide receivers left, 1 right, and a shotgun for Ensminger on 3rd down and 6. Steven Ensminger has the snap and rolls to the left side and looks. They're after him, and they have him. He's sacked back at the 31-yard line. Never had a chance as he rolled left. Good coverage in the secondary by the Lobos, and T.J. Norris gets the sack for Longview.
Also in there, Ben Huddleston, number 63. Tremendous speed from that defensive front once they got through the Rebel offensive line. And what happened there with that sack is that put the Rebels out of field goal position. So had Steven been able to get rid of it, just simply throw it away. And I know he didn't have much time. They might have had a field goal attempt. Now it's 4th down and long, and they're kind of in no man's land. If they punt it, it goes into the end zone. It's only about 11-yard net, so they're going to go for it.
They're going for it. 4th down and 16 yards to go. They have it on the 31. They need the 15-yard line for the first down. Insminger in the shotgun. He has the snap. He is looking and throwing. The pass caught at the 20, but down there short of the first down. Mario Wiley made the grab of a good pass from Insminger, but the Rebels are 5 yards shy of the first down. Down at about the 19. Longview takes over the ball, but it was an excellent drive by these Rebels. Let's go to the sideline, and here's Bill Norris.
Well, Frank, I think it was an excellent drive by West Monroe, if not for the one unexecuted on the option as far as the blocking scheme was concerned. I think Longview brought everybody that they could bring on a blitz and just caught West Monroe in a bad play and was able to stop and put them in a predictable down in distance, and that way they got the sack, and now Longview has the football.
First down play from the 19. Back to throw the football will be Freeman. He will fire. His pass is over the middle and incomplete. Intended for David Robinson on the fly in the center of the football field. Just a little long with Scott Love on the coverage. It is a long, incomplete pass, and the Lobos have 2nd and 10 back at their own 19-yard line.
So the first time, Frank, the Lobos had it, everything was pretty much run. They had a short, controlled passing game to pick up first downs when they needed it. Then they come back hoping the Rebels have kind of inched a little closer to the line of scrimmage. First play, they throw it deep.
They tried for the bomb. They tried for all of it. Rebels had a good drive, but they go away with nothing, trailing 7-0. Less than a minute to play here in the first quarter. Here's Carlin Freeman down in the center. Has an eye backfield, gives to McGee inside. McGee cuts outside, trying to turn the corner. Does a little across the 20. Knocked down at the 23. Good pursuit. Shamari Clemens caught up with him and knocked him down. A good tackle by Clemens after McGee turned outside and turned on the speed. He gets about 4 yards on that play, and Longview will have 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Well, when McGee matched up with Clemens, though, that was speed on speed. So, Shamari, you're right, Frank, with an outstanding play. Great pursuit from his linebacking position.
Neither team has punted the football yet in this football game.
And the first quarter's just about over.
Nearly about. Shotgun on 3rd down. Rolling right Freeman. Hands off on a draw play. McGee 25 out to the 30. Has the first down to the 35-yard line. Will be driven back from there. But a first down run off the draw to Vondrell McGee. Finally wrapped up by Scott Love and Arthur Hardy. But the Lobos with a good call, and they'll have the first down. They'll stay out at the 34-yard line of Longview.
The clock stops at 7 seconds to move the change, but that should be the last play unless he went out of bounds of the first quarter. But just a great call. The quarterback rolled to his right, stuck the draw, the football right in the belly of the running back, and he came back to the left.
That'll bring the first period to an end. We'll be back with the second quarter play after 12 minutes of football. It's Longview 7, West Monroe nothing. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105. Bill Norris and Stanley Dupuy, Corey Crow, Susan Hoffman. We're all here in the press box. And as we begin the second quarter, guys, the first quarter was a good quarter. Lobos have a 7-0 advantage. Both teams moved the ball well.
Well, they did. And I think the difference in the football game right now is that the Lobos offensively have been able to convert every 3rd down conversion they faced. Excuse me, Frank, in this football game, we believe they're 5 for 5. And at some point, this Rebel defense, when they've got them to 3rd down. So that's what you want to do. They've got to make a play on 3rd down to stop this potent Longview offense.
Some of those 3rd down conversions were long 3rd downs.
They were 3rd and 8, 9, 10.
Shotgun and first down from the 34. Rebels after the quarterback, having for a loss all the way back to the 29-yard line. Lee Brown got to the quarterback Freeman, trying to roll right, and a great job by Brown as Freeman tried to come out of there, and he was just run down by the 272-pound Lee Brown for West Monroe. They lose 5 yards on that play. They'll put it back on the 29-yard line of the Lobos, and it's 2nd down and 15 yards to go now for Longview.
It looked like somewhat of a busted play, but I think it may have been caused by that Rebel defense with the penetration.
Quarterback down under this time. Freeman with an eye backfield behind him. From the 29, he'll run the option. He will give it inside of the field. No, he doesn't. Pitches to McGee. Turns the corner 30 out to the 35, and he's down there. Got the previous loss back and maybe another yard, but that's about all. as he pitched to McGee after faking the option. Shamari Clemens and Terry Carter combined to run him down. And the Lobos out at their own 35 now will find themselves with 3rd down and 9 yards to go. So here's one of those 3rd down situations right here, Jim, and they need 9 yards for this 1st down.
5 for 5 up to this point. Actually, John Gray, I thought, made that tackle. Clemens and Carter came and filled the hole, and so that made McGee go outside, and it was Gray that knocked him off his feet.
To the left side, Robinson. They'll also send a wide out right in Michael George.
They want a timeout.
Timeout, Lobos.
They couldn't get the right alignment out there. Number 8 didn't know where to go.
I'm out of the field. We'll pause. 7-0. Longview leads it. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105. With him back there. 3 receivers right. There's the snap. He looks to throw. He sets and fires. This pass is caught at the 50-yard line by Robinson and a 1st down reception. They got 15 yards and a 1st down to the midfield stripe. Terry Carter made the catch, but a nice little turn by David Robinson and an outstanding pass from Carlin Freeman. A 1st down. The Lobos again, Jim, they convert that 3rd down play.
Well, they did, and that time they had 2 receivers to the right side. That actually had 3. One just dropped straight back to catch a little safety pass. The inside or slot receiver ran a flag, so he cleared out underneath him, and the outside receiver ran down and in, and he was wide open.
Slot I formation for Longview, this time just across the 50-yard line. Here's Freeman faking, rolling left, looking to throw as he runs, and he passes incomplete and almost intercepted. Luther Davis got a hand on that thing, batted that ball away, and then one of the men in the secondary, I believe maybe Scott Love, had a chance for the diving pick, but he was too far from the football. It's an incomplete pass and a good play by Luther Davis. It is 2nd and 10 now for the Lobos at midfield.
And we saw Luther Davis Jackson last week against Ruston creating havoc back in the backfield for Ben Alsop, and when that was just a great pressure that time by Luther, and in fact there was good pressure along the front 4 by the Rebels. Shamari Clemens actually made the initial penetration but had a bad angle on the quarterback.
2nd down and 10 from the midfield stripe. McGee gets it inside, looks for room, not much this time. Rebels push him back from the 48-yard line, wrapped up by big Will Blackwell, who got him in the bear hug and drove him back. That time, the elusive Vondrell McGee could find nowhere to go, and he gains maybe 2 yards on the play near the 48-yard line. We'll call it 3rd down and 8 yards to go, and again, that same 3rd down play coming right now for Longview.
Unofficially 6 for 6, the Lobos on 3rd down, and that time, great job by Corey Underwood to close what appeared to be a hole for running back Vondrell McGee.
2 receivers left. One goes right shotgun for Carlin Freeman. He has the snap. He sets up and looks and throws over the middle, way down the field. This pass is incomplete.
We've got coverage. We got a penalty flag though down at about the 47-yard line, and if it's against West Monroe, this will be awfully big.
It was 3rd and 8 on that particular play as they threw incomplete. Let's see what the penalty indication is all about.
Great coverage in the secondary that time by the Rebels, and illegal shift or illegal motion called against Longview. So obviously Jerry Arledge wants his team to decline this infraction.
It'll be 4th down. 4th down and 8 now for the Lobos at the Rebel 48-yard line. Let's see what Longview elects to do, and I assume they'll send the punting team on, and we will see it punted for the first time by Longview.
And that time, good pressure applied by the front 4 or 5 for the Rebels. It caused the quarterback to step up to the pocket, which he did, but Terry Carter was in great position as they tried to hit a deep post down the middle. But had they thrown it on the money, Terry would have picked it off.
Carlin Freeman, the quarterback, is the punter, so you have to watch that as he's back in punt formation on 4th down and 8 yards to go. He is faking. He's looking to throw at the middle. He passes, and he has a man to the 40, down to the 35, 30, to the 25, 20, and inside the 15, and out of bounds to the 10-yard line. It's Vondrell McGee who caught that football. They faked the punt, and they have it down to about the 10-yard line. There's a flag down, though. Wait a minute. Let's see what this is all about.
There's a flag at the 35-yard line, so that's past the first down marker. Longview acts like they're wanting to know what they did wrong. So this could be a big, big break for West Monroe. It could have been an illegal man downfield. No, it's a chop block.
Illegal block. Now, will this be a first down, Jim? That's the thing. I don't think it is.
It can't be.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead,
guys,
Bill.
They took the only defender we had out here and chopped him, and that's what then they drug the up back across the field, and he was open. Of course, our guy was down and over here on the sidelines. He'd been blocked below the waist. So they'll mark that off I guess 15 yards from the 35. Is that right? And it'll be 4th down again.
They're marking 15, I think, from the
line of scrimmage.
Point of the foul, or is it from the line of scrimmage?
It's from the line of scrimmage, because the line of scrimmage was the 49 of West Monroe on the ball, or the 48, and the ball now is what, at the 37 of Longview.
And of course, it is not a first down. It is 4th down and extremely long. And this time, I'm sure we'll see the Lobos punt it. It was a good call, but it didn't work for Longview, as they've asked for timeout. We'll just keep it here this time, though, as the Rebels dodge a bullet that time as they fake the punt. They had the quarterback back in punt formation. I'm not sure if he's a regular punter or not, to be honest. Didn't find it on their chart. We'll see when they actually go into punt formation if Freeman is the regular punter.
Well, and I guess, Bill, you could look at it either way. You know, it's a break certainly for West Monroe that they saw the infraction and called it, but the infraction caused the upback who was coming, who caught the pass, to be able to pick up the first down.
Well, and I don't really understand why the coach, he may want to just get his 2 cents in. It's not going to do any good. The penalty is going to stand. But you're right. I don't know if the punter is or the quarterback is the punter, or he was just in the game. Certainly recognition should have been there. I guess he is the punter. Maybe you guys know that if he's listed. West Monroe is going to go after this punt, though, I believe.
The ball is back on the 37-yard line of Longview, and it is 4th down and about 25 yards to go now. Harlan Freeman, the quarterback, is back into the game. They go into punt formation, and Freeman indeed again is back as the punter.
And they were short a man. Big number 88, Adrian Reese, who trots onto the field.
There's a snap and a punt away by Freeman. A nice punt. Terry Carter under it for West Monroe, his own 25. Takes it there, gets by one guy, goes back to the 30. He'll draw a crowd there and go down.
No.
He came out of there, but they're going to blow him down. He came out of that crowd, but they blow the ball down at the 30-yard line.
They were trying to take the football from Terry Carter, and he simply spun away, and he would have scored a touchdown, but they blew the play dead, probably rightly so.
Goodness gracious, Carter battling, and he wouldn't let him get that ball away. Let's go to the field, check in with Bill.
Well, you talk about determination, and that's Terry Carter. He got sandwiched in there and just kind of ducked around, wriggled his way through as they were trying to strip the ball. You need to wrap up in that situation, and Carter got away, but the whistles had blown.
Rebels down 7-0 and a first down their own 30-yard line after that punt and return by Carter. The Rebels run the option. Here's a give to J-Rob. He'll get 2 yards and fight his way forward to the 32-yard line, and that's all. So a couple of yards in heavy traffic for Jason Robinson off the option. The Rebel fullback brought down by Cody Williams. It'll be 2nd and 8 for West Monroe at their own 32-yard line.
And that time they went away from the 3 receiver set, brought in 2 tight ends, Jeremy Hadaway and Michael Torregoso, and also Big Anderson Hurd, a 6'3", 340-pound junior. But they didn't get much yardage on first down. They took the 2 tight ends back out. Here come the receivers again.
8.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Rebels down 7-0. Insminger back in a shotgun this time on 2nd and 8. Takes that ball, runs the option out of it, and he will pitch out. No, he won't. He'll go down. Yes, he will, and the ball is loose. I think the Rebels do recover, losing yardage in the play back around the 29.
Well, Frank actually picked up about a yard or 2, didn't he, Bill? And had it been a good pitch, the ball wasn't fumbled. Had it been a good pitch, Frank would have picked up at least 4, 5, 6 yards.
Well, there's no question about it. I think he heard footsteps as the defense was closing in, just made a bad pitch.
And Frank alertly stopped and kind of reached back to catch the pitch, and he was already probably a yard past the line of scrimmage, and then he got hit. But he picked up the yard just on the pitch.
Ball on the 34. 3rd down, about 7 for West Monroe, their own 34. One running back, J-Rob, behind Insminger, who's dropping straight back to throw and looking and rolling left. And he may run the football, still looking, now throwing incomplete. Had big pressure coming, finally had just to get rid of the football. The intended receiver would have been Frank Gooden, but he was well covered. And the Rebels are going to have to punt it away. It is 4th and 7 from their own 34-yard line.
Well, that time Insminger did a great job of eluding the pressure. He was rolling to his left, so he's going to have to throw across his body. He had 2 receivers, Gooden and Callaway, in the area. They were covered, Frank, on their initial routes. And what he was trying to tell them to do was to keep moving. They didn't, and so he didn't have a chance to throw it to them. They kind of sat down on their routes, and once they were covered and they sat there, he didn't have anywhere to throw the football.
7-11 left in the second quarter. The Rebels' first punt of the game coming by Scott Love now as Jarvis Pippins goes deep for Longview. A good pass from center, and the kick away by Scott Love. Nice high spiraling punt. Fair catch called and made at the 30-yard line by Jarvis Pippins of Longview. Good punt by Scott Love, and the Lobos take it for the third time in the game. They lead 7-0, and they have the ball at their own 30-yard line. First down and 10. Let's head to the sidelines of Independence Stadium. Here's Bill.
Well, it looked like a tackle here on the outside. Our defender was just taken down to the ground. No flag on that, and now Longview has, as you say, Frank, its third possession. West Monroe able to stop them, and I guess we've got some type of water timeout here in the football game as we do this.
And with that, Bill, let's take it. We'll be back 7-0 the Lobos. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105. Good football game we thought it would be. Longview and West Monroe, two powerhouses in Texas and Louisiana respectively. Longview takes it for the third time in the game. They've scored one touchdown and lead 7-0. They have it at their own 30-yard line. And here's Freeman back to throw. Batted away. No, it's not. It's caught in the flat at the 30, out to the 35, and out of bounds the 39-yard line is Vondrell McGee. I thought the Rebel defender got a hand on that pass.
He did.
And he still got the ball to McGee, who caught the football. Scott Love got a hand on it, but McGee is out of bounds at the 39. They will gain 9 yards of that completed pass to McGee in the right flat, and it's second down and a yard to go now for Longview.
Well, that's exactly what happened, Frank. One of the defenders got his hands up for West Monroe, deflected the ball, but it stayed on its path, luckily for the Lobos, to the receiver.
They've had some breaks so far. Here's a second down and one to the fullback. Hit in the backfield. He's going to be dropped for a loss. He is battling, but he's going down back at the 37-yard line. That is Ivory. And who was that walloped him? Had to be Will Blackwell. He came across there and really gave him a hit. C.C. Carpenter also is there. And a great job by the Rebels, Jim. The Lobos had third down. And they had second down and a yard to go. They're now back. They give them as forward progress to the 38, so it is third down and 2 yards to go.
And you're right, Will Blackwell just burst through the line of scrimmage, and with the initial hit, and he needed some help to bring that big fullback down.
They need 2 yards to the 40-yard line. They have it at the 38. They will give it up to McGee. He'll run right. He will try to turn the corner. Does to the 40. He's out to the 45. He's in midfield and down at the 49-yard line of the Rebels is Vontrell McGee as Terry Carter caught up with him and knocked him down, but not before McGee and company pick up a first down for Longview.
Tremendous speed by Vontrell McGee, and now we see why he has committed to the University of Texas. C.C. Carpenter had a good angle to make the tackle, but he just didn't have the speed to run down McGee. Of course, we mentioned McGee, 27 touchdowns last year, 2,037 yards rushing.
That's a good year. First down from the Rebel 49. That is a good career. Here's a give to the fullback, Ivory, battling forward, and he is knocked down short of the 45-yard line. A good open field tackle by Shamari Clemens for West Monroe, stopping Ivory from any further progress. He's near the 45. The gain is about 4. It'll bring up second down and 6 yards to go.
So you just don't get many opportunities with a Longview team. What they've had the football now, this is their third possession, and we're winding down in the second quarter. West Monroe's had it twice, driven down. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, but West Monroe's only had the ball twice, and we're nearing the end of the first half.
Second down play out of the pro-I formation for the Lobos, and here's a give inside again to McGee. He's going to be hit and stopped at the 44, maybe a yard, and that's all. Nice job again by Will Blackwell closing down from that defensive end position, and a big hit on McGee that time. Maybe a yard for McGee. The ball is placed down on the 44. It brings up third down and 5 yards to go for Longview.
But I tell you, it was Lee Brown and Kyle Ernst who really pushed the pile backwards and forced McGee to run in Will Blackwell's direction.
Clock running with 5:20 remaining here in the second period from the Independence Bowl in Shreveport as the Lobos send a wide out to the left side. That'll be Michael Harnage, and David Robinson goes right. And they'll take the ball inside. No,
he bobbled that one.
Bobbled the ball and then tried to pass it. They called it a complete pass at the 37, I think.
Oh, no, he didn't catch that one.
But they're going to rule this a completion and a first down for the Lobos, Jim, at the Rebel 37-yard line.
Frank, in basketball, they would have called that a double dribble. Bill, you had a better angle, but it looked like the ball hit the ground. I know you're talking to the official right now, but maybe he can't hear us.
So the Lobos first down and 10 from the Rebel 37-yard line. Out of the backfield they go. Here's Freeman. Parking signals out there, takes the ball, gives to the fullback Ivory, 35-30. The big guy runs over his own man at the 25, and he goes to the 20-yard line and finally down there. Rambling for 17 yards is Chris Ivory. Corey Underwood and Terry Carter wrap him up, and not before the Lobos have another first down. This one at the Rebel 20-yard line.
We don't have the TV 17 replay in effect, but we snuck a peek over at Cox Communications or Cox Sports, and the ball hit the ground, we're told. And that's what it looked like from our vantage point. But a big break for the Lobos. But that time, the offensive line did a great job of sealing off the defensive tackles, Ernst and Brown.
First down, Lobos, the Rebel 20. Here's a pitch out to McGee, trying to turn the corner, and he does at the 20. He's down to the 15. Gets a block there to the 10. He is out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. The running of McGee. A flag is down on this play. They may bring this one back, Jim, as they pitch to McGee, who turned the corner around the left side. I think they're going to bring it back.
Well, there was a holding on John Gray at about the 15. That's why McGee was able to get inside the 15, and actually someone else threw a flag too. So there may have been 2 infractions against the Lobos.
So that'll back them up this time. They would have had the ball down inside the 10-yard line, but here's the step off, and it will be a 15-yard mark off against Longview.
So it's going to be a hold.
I guess it's a 10-yard penalty, pardon me, not a 15. Back to the 28-yard line they go. So it's first down again, but now it is first down and 17 yards to go for Longview. All this comes with 4:22 remaining here in the second quarter, and the Lobos leading West Monroe 7-0.
And we're approaching the 4-minute mark. The Lobos have had the football 3 times. West Monroe only twice.
First down and 17 from the 28-yard line of the Rebels. Out of the eye, Freeman back to throw. Fake short. Now he's going long. Way down the football field. The pass is incomplete. That ought to be. There's a flag down. Ought to be offensive interference this time. I assume they're going to call that on David Robinson, the receiver.
There was a little sideline and go, and the pass was inside. The receiver was outside. He came over the back of Scott Love, and if Scott is penalized, which he is, oh my goodness. Frank, I'm with you. There was no way that Scott Love did anything on that play. I still believe the officials just got it wrong, and maybe they're confused, but they're not doing anything to correct it. That was a horrible call.
Penalty, the interference call was made against the Rebels, and that will give the Lobos the football after the penalty to the 14-yard line, and it's not an automatic first down. I thought it was. It's 1st and 4 from the 14-yard line.
That was bad.
Goodness gracious.
He came over Scott Love's back. Scott Love never put his hands on him. And now they want maybe a timeout. I still believe they just got it wrong.
Coach Show's had a red flag for an instant replay. We'd have that, but I don't think we have that opportunity. So
it's not reviewable. I don't think
that's not reviewable.
But they'll see it, and they'll get a write-up this coming week as they have their performance graded. That is the officials.
Lobos first down. That is an automatic first down from the 14-yard line. That was the holdup. Give it to McGee inside, looks for some room, and he gets a yard or 2, and that's all. Bangs it down to the 12-yard line and runs into a wall there, led by Kyle Ernst, the 230-pound tackle, and Luther Davis on the defensive end for West Monroe. So 2 yards that time for Vontrell McGee. It is second down and 8 yards to go for the Lobos. They need to go to the 4 for the first down. They have it on the Rebel 12, and the clock is running with 3:23 remaining in the first half. A 7-0 lead for Longview.
And Scott Love still trying to figure out why they made that call.
Indeed.
So am I.
Wide receivers to both sides as the Lobos go from the 12. The quarterback Freeman comes out of there, keeps it himself to the 10. He is battling his way forward to about the 7, maybe the 6-yard line. He is 2 yards shy of the first down at the Rebel 6 as he came out of there and kept it himself. Luther Davis makes the stop, and Longview has 3rd and 2 now from the Rebel 6-yard line.
Will Blackwell and Shamari Clemens checking back into the game. I think Coach Arledge just wanted to give those 2 guys a breather. West Monroe, their defense has just been on the field almost the entire first half, even though Longview's only had it 3 times.
Football on the 6. Here we go. 3rd down play. A fake by the quarterback. Freeman rolling right. Rolling. Looking. Going to run the ball to the 5. He is down at the 3-yard line, but he has a first down as he rolled right with a bootleg. Looked to throw and just kept the football. And first down and go to Longview at the 3 with 2 minutes and 26 seconds to play in the first half. C.C. Carpenter is out there to make the tackle that time for West Monroe.
You know, Frank, it was 1st down and 17 when they called that defensive penalty as a timeout is taken right here. I'll make that point later. Are we going to take it with them?
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105.
And Frank, I guess my point was going to be it was 1st down and 17 when that pass interference was called against West Monroe. Had it been offensive pass interference like it should have been, that could have pushed them back in a 1st down or maybe a 2nd down and 27 because it's a loss of down. And the Lobos would have had their work cut out just to get in field goal range, much less pick up a 1st down. But it's water under the bridge. Maybe we should move on. And now just great field position to try to score and go up by 2 touchdowns. On that last play, though, the Rebels, great coverage of the receivers, but the quarterback saw it and was able to run for the 1st down.
They'll go double tight this time. 2nd down and goal just outside the 2-yard line, trying to add to their lead. And here's a give to McGee running left, and he will score for Longview. Wait a minute, a flag down on that play as McGee got it, came left. Flags on the play, hold everything.
But it looked like one of the receivers out there kind of tangled up against the cornerback for West Monroe, and it's going to be holding.
That's going to back him up, nullify the 2-yard scamper by Vondrell McGee, and back up the Lobos. They'll have the ball after the penalty, Jim, back on the 12-yard line. With 2:20 left in the 1st half, they lead the West Monroe Rebels 7-0.
Well, Frank, he was holding at the 4-yard line, so that'll move it back to the 14.
Yeah, point of the foul, you're right, to the 14 rather than the 12. And it's 1st down again, but now it's 1st down and goal to go. Football back at the Rebel 14-yard line with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the 1st half of this game.
And, Bill, I'm sure the Rebel coaching staff all over the officials after that pass interference call against Scott Love.
Well, they were, Jim, and they were also talking about the ball that hit the ground. But these wide receivers for the Lobos are pretty good. They'll run right up on the defender, grab their jerseys, and fall to the ground with them.
Here's Carlin Freeman taking that football. He will fake inside and keep it himself to the 10. He is going down to about the 7-yard line, and he is stopped there. So Freeman picks up about 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down and goal to go from the 7-yard line. Corey Underwood and others there for West Monroe. The clock shows 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. Lobos have 2nd and goal now from the 7.
And, you know, of course, that's a good point that Bill makes as well. Instead of being 2nd down and 27 with that pass interference call, if it had gone the other way, on 3rd down there was a big reception that it was called a reception, but the ball hit the ground.
Indeed. Wide receivers both sides. Pro-I formation. McGee gets it. Running left at the 5. Pulled down with a good tackle to the 4-yard line. McGee running left is met by Chan Battaglia, who came from nowhere to make the stop. Looked as if he was going to get outside. He gets only 3 on the play, and the Rebels stop him on the 4, where it is 3rd down and goal to go for Longview.
What a big-time play by Chan Battaglia. It looked like McGee had a chance to score. Battaglia came from nowhere to make the initial hit and stop the running back's progress.
So every play big now, and the clock is running with 1:12 left in the 1st half of this football game. A 7-0 lead being nursed by the Lobos, but they have the ball at the Rebel 4-yard line and 3rd down and goal. The Rebel crowd on their feet, Rebel crowd cheering their defense. Here we go. From the 4, I formation, pro-I formation, and here's the quarterback Freeman giving inside. Nothing there. Rebels stop him at the 5. They lost a little, maybe back to the line of scrimmage to the 4, but that's all. I think Ivory, the fullback, ended up with a football. Luther Davis, Will Blackwell, and others are there to meet him for West Monroe. And now, Jim, the Lobos have the ball just inside the 5-yard line of the Rebels.
And
the
Frank,
clock shows 35 seconds running.
And I would call a timeout if I'm West Monroe, because the Lobos are going to let it run down and kick with almost no time left. And if West Monroe calls a timeout, they'll at least have some time with a good return, maybe to do something before the half ends.
Well, you're right. Good point. Freeman, the quarterback, is over talking to his coach, John King, on the sideline.
I think Longview's going to wait until about 5 seconds, and they're going to call a timeout and kick the field goal.
That clock ticking on down. They may take it to 2.
Well, he better hurry up and call it now. He took it down to 1.
Got it down to 1 second.
That's a little too close for comfort, if you ask me.
So both teams will gather. There's a timeout. 1 second left. When we return, we'll see the Lobos go probably for the field goal. We'll pause at 7-0 Longview. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105. with the 4 lead as they'll try to add to their 7-0 advantage.
But it's from the left hash, and he's a right-footed kicker.
The snap, the placement, the kick is up, the kick is no good. He missed it. He missed the kick as the first half comes to an end. The Rebels keep him out of the end zone and off the board for another time. The kick is no good from the 10-yard line, a 20-yard field goal try. And that should be some momentum boost for the Rebels as we get ready for the second half. As they leave the field, let's go to Bill, who's with Coach Childs.
Well, Coach Childs, a tough first half. Longview had the ball 3 times, West Monroe twice. Both teams had pretty good drives. The first
kick it out of bounds across the way. So the Lobos kicking off to begin the second half, and they've kicked out of bounds across the way, Jim. That means the Rebels get good field position out on the their own 35-yard line.
They sure do. They had the option to had the ball been kicked really bad to take it where it went out, but it went out about between the 30 and the 35, so they'll get to move it up to the 35.
So 1st and 10, West Monroe. We begin the second half. It is 7-0. Longview ahead of West Monroe. The Rebels kept them out of the end zone in the waning seconds of the first half and hope to get some momentum going right here. Opening possession, only the 3rd time the Rebels have had the football in the game as they do it here to begin the 3rd quarter. High backfield behind quarterback Steven Insminger for West Monroe. J. Robb at fullback, Robinson at fullback, Gooden back there at tailback from the 35-yard line. Handoff goes to Gooden, who will run to the right side, and he will run into a wall and be in trouble and lose a yard back to the 34-yard line. And a flag goes down on the play. The linesman throwing a flag into that crowd that time as Gooden tried the right side, Jim, and could find nowhere to run.
If that's a holding against West Monroe.
Face mask, I believe, guys.
Okay, Bill, thanks for that heads up. A lot of guys around Frank Gooden that time. He really didn't have any room to run. I think he only got 6 touches in the first half offensively. They've got to get him the ball more, and they want to get him the ball more, but it's pretty hard when you have it twice in one half of play.
Yeah, he lost a yard, but the 5-yard step off moves the ball out to the 30, about the 39-yard line. It'll be first down again, first down and 6 yards to go. Toad Callaway, the wide out to the left side. A couple of guys go right. Here's Insminger. Quick pass out here, and that pass is incomplete. Thrown a little bit low. Intended out there for Mario Wiley, but the pass is incomplete. So that'll make it 2nd down and 6 yards to go for the Rebels at their own 39-yard line.
Just a little quick hitter and a quick pass from Insminger, but he threw it, as Frank mentioned, just a little bit low, and it looked like Wiley was going to come up with it. He went down on a knee and tried to do his best shortstop routine to scoop it up, but he couldn't do it.
So the Rebels in the same formation. They'll have a couple of wide receivers right. One guy goes left, and an eye backfield behind quarterback Steven Insminger. Long count by Insminger. Takes the ball. Quick drop, looking to throw, and he passes, and the pass is incomplete. Across the center of the football field. Intended for Carl Turner, but a little bit off the mark, and now it is going to be 3rd down for the Rebels. 3rd down and 6 yards to go. This is the opening possession of the second half for West Monroe. And of course, they were very optimistic about making something going in this drive.
Well, Frank, that pass was not off the mark. It hit him right in the 2, and he, of course, squares number 2. Just dropped it.
He just dropped it. So the Rebels 3rd down and 6. A couple of wide receivers to both sides of the football field, and back in the shotgun will be Steven Insminger. There's the snap on 3rd down and 6. He looks and throws. The pass.
Got him.
It is dropped incomplete at the 45-yard line. Right in the hands of Frank Gooden. He just bobbled the thing, almost brought it in, and then dropped the football and incomplete. So unfortunately, the Rebels are 3 and out and will have to punt away to Longview on 4th down and 6 on the 39-yard line. That would have given them a first down well into Lobo territory, but Frank couldn't quite hold on.
Oh, and he had it, and he had green grass in front of him, green turf in front of him. He split the defenders, and he might have scored. Perfect pass by Insminger.
Jarvis Pippins will be the deep man now for Longview, and in punt formation, Scott Love hits a nice punt. Pippins coming under at his own 31, takes it to the 35. He'll be knocked down as he stumbles his way forward at the 37-yard line of Longview. So the Lobos will take it there as C.C. Carpenter is down the field to make the tackle on the punt team for West Monroe. Longview 1st down and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Let's go to the field and check in with Bill Norris.
Well, Frank and Jim, 3 passes, 1 short and 2 right in the hands, and you just can't do that and sustain a drive against a good team like Longview. We talked about that at halftime, what we'd have to do, and we thought we'd have to throw the football. We had it, just couldn't complete it.
One running back behind Carlin Freeman, the quarterback. He gets the pitch and runs left. That's McGee out to the 40. He is out to the 45-yard line and down there. He got about 8, maybe 9 yards on the play. Shamari Clemens ran him down. But just a little toss sweep running left, and he has that great speed, Jim. And Monroe McGee turned it on as he turned the corner.
Well, that time Chan Battaglia got caught inside. He tried to readjust himself and get back outside to get the pitch man, but he was grabbed on the play, and his jersey almost came over his shoulder pads, but just a great job of getting outside by Vontrell McGee.
Second down, a couple of yards to go for the Lobos at their own 45-yard line. Carlin Freeman, an eye backfield, will give it to his fullback straight ahead. He is hit hard and dropped, pushed back, buried little if anything on the play. Well defended by the Rebels as they knock him backwards. Chris Ivory got the handoff. He ran to a wall led by Arthur Hardy, who really tagged him right along the 45-yard line. In fact, they're going to lose yardage on that play, Jim. That ball is back almost to the 44, and it's going to be third down, about 2.5 yards now needed for the first down.
At times, those Rebel defensive tackles, Ernst and Brown, are getting really good penetration, and they did so in that last play.
Third down play. They run from the I formation as the quarterback Freeman will hand to Ivory. He'll run left, and he has the first down across midfield to the 50, 45, 40. Down to the 35. He's at the 30, and finally down at the 28-yard line of West Monroe. Vontrell McGee running in the center of the football field. Finally wrestled down by Scott Love. He needed just a little for the first down. He got plenty more. It's a first down for the Lobos at the Rebel 28-yard line.
And Frank, actually a great job by Scott Love. He had a blocker on him, and he had McGee running in the open field. Somehow he was able to hang on and bring him down.
So the Lobos in their opening possession of the third quarter, 2 minutes into the third period, have a first down and 10, and they have it on Rebel territory, the 28-yard line. They set a wing to the left side this time, and they will give it to him on a little counter play. That's Ivory, the fullback, at the 25, knocked down the 24. He got 4 yards coming back from the wing position. Little wingback counter as Will Blackwell and Arthur Hardy combine on the stump for the West Monroe Rebels.
And Blackwell and Hardy, the last two to get up, and I think Arthur Hardy kind of got ran over on that play. He was in pretty good position, but the wingback just ran him over.
So the Lobos of Longview High School have second down and 6 yards to go. The football resting on the near side hash mark at the 24-yard line. Good crowd on hand, better than 20,000 we would say at Independence Stadium in Shreveport. The Border Bowl. From the 24, out of the pro I formation. Handoff to McGee, running inside, trying to get outside, goes back the other way.
Great cutback.
20, he's at the 15. He is down to the 10 and out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Is Vontrell McGee for the Longview Lobos.
Just a great job of stacking up the play to the left by the Rebel defense, but no pursuit from the backside. And once McGee saw it, he kind of reversed his field, and he had open daylight in which to run to.
Shamari Clemens finally ran him out of bounds, but it's first down and goal to go now for the Lobos at the West Monroe 8-yard line. Young man who's already committed to Vontrell McGee, ran for over 2,000 yards last year as a junior running back. He is some kind of running back. First and goal from the 8. Here's Carlin Freeman, the quarterback, taking that football to the fullback Ivory at the 5.
He's got room
forward down near the goal line. He is in for the touchdown from 8 yards out. Chris Ivory gives the Lobos their second score of the night.
And they do it with 9:02 on the clock. We play 12-minute quarter, so West Monroe had the ball first. And in under 3 minutes, instead of a 7-0 lead, it's 13-0 and potentially 14.
As the Lobos try the extra point, let's go to the field and check in with Bill.
Well, just two great running backs for Longview. You know, kind of like thunder and lightning, some of those running backs that you've seen and heard about in the NFL. These guys just come at you in waves, and they're tough to deal with, and they get up on you in a hurry. Great cutback by the halfback, and then on that one, just power running by the fullback.
Zach Decker added the extra point, and we'll be back. It's 14-0 Longview. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105. And really the drive we were looking for from West Monroe. And rather than a 7-7 game, they're up 14-0 as they kick off now with Zach Decker. Short kickoff, up man again. I think it's Nick Young at the 25, 30, drives it out to about the 34-yard line. So a good kickoff return. How about that drive, Jim?
6 plays, 63 yards, 2 minutes, 39 seconds off the clock. That means the Rebels only had it for about 20 seconds or so, or maybe less than that. Now 9 for 11 converting on third down, the Lobos are. And again, that's proving to be the difference in this football game, that and the running tandem of Ivory and McGee.
So the Rebels are trying to kick it in gear now. First down and 10, their own 34-yard line with 8:57 to play here in the third quarter of the game, down 14-0. Slot I formation set right as Steven Ensminger barks signals for West Monroe. He'll take that football and pitch it out. Gooden sweeping to the right side, looks for room, can't find it. Knocked down about the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. 2 or 3 yards and heavy traffic for Frank Gooden with a toss sweep to the right side. But defensive end Cody Williams made the play for Longview.
Good pursuit that time by Williams as Gooden was able to turn the corner, something we haven't seen him do really the entire football game.
It is 2nd and 7 for West Monroe. The football on the far side, hash mark at the Rebel 37. Rebels moving from our right to left, south to north here at Independence Stadium. The pro I formation, a wide out to the left side, one man goes right. Rebels employ a tight end in the game this time. And Ensminger takes the ball and gives to Jay Robinson, who drives it to the 40. He got about 3 more straight up the center of the football field. So J-Rob adds 3. And again, Cody Williams, the same defensive end, makes the tackle for the Lobos. That means 3rd down and 4 as the Rebels keep it on the ground the first 2 plays of this possession.
So last series, throw. This time they're coming back with a run. Cody Williams, by the way, Frank has committed to play football at Texas A&M next year.
6'5", 230-pound senior, the rover back. 3rd about 4, the Rebels, and Ensminger will take the ball. Fumble in the backfield and a scramble for it, and whose ball?
Colt Calloway and LaDerrick Satterwhite got hooked up, and there's a penalty flag, and let's see what's going to happen with this.
This could be big.
This could be the break the Rebels need. Calloway says, we got it. Here comes the official with the call.
This is against the Lobos, Jim, and is a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. First down, Rebels at the 50-yard line.
That is big. Of course, when you've got a 14-0 lead, you've kind of got a team back on its heels, and maybe with a bad punt, you get great field position. The ball's coming your way. If you score another time, you may put this game almost out of reach. And because of that penalty, the coach for the Lobos wants a timeout.
John King asks for a timeout. We'll pause. It's 14-0 Longview with 7.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. We'll be back. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105. Third quarter of the football game, Independence Stadium, the Border Bowl. I'm Frank Hoffman with Jim and Bill Nars and Stanley Dupuy, Corey Crow. Here we go. First down, Rebels after a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct against the Lobos. And a big break for the Rebels. Steven Ensminger takes that football. He will give it inside to Robinson. He gets 2 yards to the 48, and that's all. Pulled down again by Cody Williams, that same player we talked about so often. Commitment to Texas A&M, and he makes another stop for the Lobos. A gain of 2 yards on the play for Jason Robinson. It's 2nd and 8 for the Rebels at the 48-yard line of Longview.
I tell you, just a great tackle once again by Williams, because Jason Robinson was one broken tackle away from maybe taking that one the distance. Pretty good blocking on everyone but Williams.
Slot right, wide receiver left for the Rebels, and the nigh backfield behind Steven Ensminger. Rebels have 2nd and 8, and they'll run the option, give it inside to Robinson, who gets an 80-yard, and that's all. To the 47-yard line, and drawing a crowd of green-shirted Lobos, this time led by the 240-pound tackle LaTroy Ayers. So it's 3rd and 7, Jim, for the Rebels at the 47-yard line of Longview.
And that time, instead of taking the fullback and running him off right tackle, they ran him between the center and the guard, hoping or trying to run away from Cody Williams, and the coaching staff wanted Steven to pull the ball and pitch it on that last play.
Wiley and Turner are right. Callaway is the wide receiver left. And a shotgun formation for quarterback Ensminger. 3rd down and 7, looking to throw, sets up a slip screen, has his man Wiley at the 45, giving ground, looking for room to the 40, and he's down at the 39-yard line on a first down catch by Mario Wiley. Good run by Wiley after he caught the football, gave some ground and turned the corner. Marcus Davis finally knocked him down, but it's a first down. Rebels at the 39-yard line of Longview.
Oh, Frank, he gave ground. He was right at the first down marker, gave the ground.
You could hear it in our voice.
Your heart started to flutter a little bit, but he was able to elude a couple of attackers and actually pick up the first down. And had he not done so and given up that ground, the coaching staff would have been all over it. But now they're saying great job.
Yeah, at first the thought is hold on, but yeah, a great play. First down and 10 for the Rebels now. 39-yard line. Insminger, quick pass right flat. The pass is, did he catch it to the 40-yard line? Tried to scoop it up. That's Carl Turner, but would have been better if he hadn't, because the completed pass means a loss of a yard back to the 40-yard line.
So Stephen has been a little bit low on a couple of passes here to open the second half. But I'm sure that senior will make the adjustment. And now they're getting together and saying the ball hit the ground.
Good.
I thought it was, well, never mind.
Good. Yeah, I understand your point. The ball is back on the 39-yard line. They called it an incomplete pass. So the Rebels don't lose a yard on the completion. It's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 39. Again, the same formation, slot right, and the Rebels in the option to J-Rob straight ahead looking for room. He's down to the 35 and pushed back from there. No, he isn't. 37, only 2 yards. Again, it's Cody Williams and LeTroy Ayers combining in that tackle for Longview.
Bill, I don't know about you, but Williams plays on the left side. If you run right, you run towards him. I might run left a little bit.
Well, I think that they're trying to get the young quarterback Insminger to check and look at what the defense is giving him. He's missed a couple of reads from the sidelines as he's come over, and that's been a big problem on this drive.
It's 3rd and 8 for the Rebels. The football from the 37-yard line of the Lobos. In the shotgun, Insminger backing up, stepping up now. Avoids one man, avoids another. May run, he will, and he is going down at the 37-yard line. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all. And the Rebels will have 4th down from the 37-yard line of the Lobos. LeTroy Ayers and Ben Huddleston ran him down.
And just a great job by Insminger to get back to the line of scrimmage. Because he was being harassed on that play. Big time pressure by the Lobos.
Clock running with 4 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the third quarter. The Rebels trail Longview 14-0 and right now have it 4th down and 8. The ball on the 37-yard line of the Lobos, and they're not necessarily in punt formation, Jim.
Wow.
They're going for it. It appears anyway from the 37. It's 4th and 8.
They got 5 seconds on the 25-second clock, and now, Frank, they've got to use a timeout.
The Rebels ask for timeout as they will talk things over, and we'll keep it here as 4:14 remain in the third quarter. The Rebels certainly need to have something good happen right here. Maybe a big break, maybe a big play. Let's go down to the sidelines and check in with our man, Bill Nars. Bill?
Well, Frank, big play, big break. I'll have to agree with you. Certainly West Monroe trailing 14-0 with 4:14 here in the third. Needs to pick up this first down. They've got 8 yards to do it, and they've had success throwing in the seams. Carter had a couple of catches early, Turner, and of course Frank dropped one in the seam, and so that tends to be open if we can get Insminger some time to throw. We'll see what the call is from the sidelines here on this big fourth down.
Well, I think with the pressure that's being applied by this defensive front, sometimes they bring a linebacker or a safety. You know, if you could set up a screen, I don't know that you want to run a screen here, but at some point in the game, a screen, if you could get that rush through and throw that screen over the top of it, it could be a big play.
4th down and 8, the Rebels. Steven Insminger in a shotgun. They need to go inside the 30 for the first down. A man in motion to the left side is Turner. Shotgun snap to Insminger. He fakes to J-Rob. He looks to throw, comes out of the pocket. They're after him. He throws on the run, and the pass is incomplete down around the 15-yard line. Frank Gooden, the intended receiver, but he couldn't get to the ball.
I think Frank thought the ball was going to be high. He was going to try to jump up and catch it, stop running, and the ball kind of floated over his head. Great job by Insminger to get away from Cody Williams, who was putting all kind of pressure on him. And it would have been better for the Rebels if they had actually intercepted the ball, because it would have been like kind of a pooch punt.
But the Lobos take over the ball, and they take it to their own 37-yard line with 4:05 remaining here in the third quarter.
We're going to have an official's timeout, maybe for a water break.
And that will take as well. The Lobos lead at 14-0. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105.
Home assistant.
Boy, they have it at the 37-yard line, their own 37. They'll have one running back there, but the quarterback rolls to the left side. Freeman throws on the run, and he is incomplete and well defended by the Rebels. One Rebel in hot pursuit of the quarterback, and then Shamari Clemens there on the near the intended receiver. Luther Davis, the guy applying the pressure. Both Davis and Clemens with nice plays, and it's 2nd and 10 for Longview from their own 37-yard line.
And Clemens has temporarily knocked out the great fullback Chris Ivory. from this football game after that hit. He hit him before the ball got to the fullback, but he did so because the ball had been deflected. And once the ball is deflected, the receivers are fair game.
So he will go limping off the field. Chris Ivory gets some assistance as he heads to the Longview bench. And Carlin Freeman, their senior quarterback, comes over to have a word with his head coach, John King, before returning to the Longview huddle. Clock stopped with an incomplete pass with 3:56 remaining third quarter. It's 14-0. Longview ahead of West Monroe. They led 7-0 at halftime. The Lobos send David Robinson wide left. He's an outstanding receiver, and they'll have Michael George to the right side and an eye backfield behind quarterback Carlin Freeman. He will give it to the fullback, to the 40, running across to the 45 and pulled down. It'll be Mark Johnson in at fullback now. And he found some running room of about 7 yards up the center of the football field. He stopped just shy of the 45, call it the 44. So the gain will be 7 on that play to bring up 3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Lobos.
I think they caught the Rebels a little bit off guard. You know, when Ivory goes out at fullback, they probably don't expect the Rebel defense for the backup to run the football, but he did.
He indeed did. 3rd down and 3 out of that same pro eye. This time McGee gets it, trying to get outside. No. He is cut down to the backfield, hit back at the 41-yard line. McGee never got a track that time as Luther Davis almost took his head off back at the 41-yard line. The Lobos, Jim, will punt it away to West Monroe.
Okay, that's now 9 of 12, converting on 3rd down, I believe. And so a great job by the Rebels on that series.
Terry Carter, a very dangerous return man, will go deep for West Monroe as the Lobos will send Carlin Freeman back in punt formation. He also, of course, is the quarterback on this football team.
And they tried one fake punt already.
Successfully.
Well,
almost was successful. Then, of course, they called it back with that bad block. That's right. Low snap. But he controls it anyway, kicks it straight up. Not very long this time. Bounces the Rebel 37. Does take a Lobo bounce. And it'll be killed about the 34-yard line of West Monroe. So not bad field position for West Monroe. Not a very good kick by Freeman that time. And the Rebels will operate their own 34. 1st down and 10 with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. 3rd quarter, trailing Longview 14-0.
And I guess our monitor TV 17 replay not quite working at the moment. It's our sponsors, of course, Ray's Tire and Auto on Ray's Tire Pro on Cypress Street. But the punter on that low snap almost went to a knee to catch it. So almost a break for the Rebels there. I think because of the bad snap, he heard the kick.
Here are the Rebels now with Insminger down under. Has an eye backfield behind him from his own 34-yard line. He will fake and roll to the right side, looking to throw, and fires on the run. He lands open the 50, down to the 45. That'll be Turner, and he's up into the 40-yard line of Longview. Carl Turner made the catch across the middle. The Rebels have it down to the Longview 40-yard line with a 1st down and 10 yards to go.
And they may take Turner out and talk to him because when he got up, he slammed the football down. The officials put his hand in his pocket as if to grab the flag for unsportsmanlike conduct.
And then took it back.
But he didn't call it. He's given Carl a break. But great catch, great run, great throw.
1st down from the 40 of the Lobos for West Monroe after that pass play. Quick drop, Insminger. He will throw, and this pass caught at the 35-yard line by Wiley. Mario Wiley will pick up 5 yards. He's hit immediately as he makes the catch of the pass from Insminger. So the Rebels go to the air in the first 2 plays of this drive and complete both passes. The first one a long pass to Turner. This one a 5-yard pass to Mario Wiley. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Rebels at the 35-yard line of Longview.
Well, that was really a great pass the time before to Turner. It took a while for Turner, who was running a crossing route, to come free. Insminger had the patience and threw a strike.
Out of the slot I formation for the Rebels at the 35-yard line of the Lobos. Another quick pass goes out here. I think that's Turner. Has it to the 30 and a 1st down to the 29-yard line. Carl Turner making that grab. He was the slot man to the right side. Quick pass from Insminger. And a 1st and 10 Rebels at the 29-yard line of Longview as Cortez Bell ran him out of bounds.
And I tell you what, Insminger's starting to throw strikes now. He had a couple of low throws. In fact, they tried that pass early in the game, and it kind of skipped to Turner early in this half, I think, on the opening possession of the second half. But he's throwing strikes now.
1st down and 10 yards to go from the 29 as Insminger steps down under. Slot right, a wide out to the left side, and an eye backfield behind him. And a give to Gooden inside. He has some room as he battles his way to the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Rose hard running Frank Gooden. Cody Williams got him down. But a good run, Jim, by Gooden as he hit it inside. He has that great burst of speed as he hits the center of the football field, and he advances that ball for very near 7 yards on that play. And Longview has a man shaken up.
And Longview has had several players injured in this football game. Most, I think, have come back into the football game, but a great run by Frank Gooden. And Bill, it looks like even though the Rebels are down 14-0, those guys are not down on the sidelines or on the field. They seem fired up and very energetic at this junction of the football game.
Well, Bill may have not gotten us that time. Tony Johnson, Jim, is the injured player, the linebacker for the Lobos, as they take a look at him.
So that's all three. We had Ginn go down at one point, Oliver, and now Johnson.
And Coach King will come out to look at him. And, of course, we certainly hope that he is okay as the Rebels gather in the huddle back on the offensive side of the football. And this particular drive going to the air behind the passing arm of Steven Ensminger.
And it's been mostly to Carl Turner making the big plays on the receiving end. And they're taking some time with Tony Johnson. And we certainly hope he's okay.
Absolutely.
Test one.
Bill, we got you now.
Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, well, they've got the team doctor out there, and I think he's talking to him. I believe it's going to be his shoulder. He was blocked pretty well by the offensive line, and I think a big Bam Hurd fell on him and hurt the shoulder.
Well,
but, if
Hurd falls on him,
yeah,
it's a big lick.
Well, you know, we were talking about the last drive, and we were talking about, you were asking about the psyche of these offensive players, and here's the deal. If it wasn't for a couple of bad reads that last offensive set, we had some big plays set up. So they decided to come out in Jets formation this time and try to spread this Longview defense out. And you saw what happens when they do that. When you complete some passes, you know, that defensive area softens up, and then here's Gooden, you know, with a 6 or 7 yard run, and now we've got second down and short and are able to do some things with 3 downs now to pick up those 3 yards.
And I guess they call him Bam because when you're 6'3", 340 pounds, and you get hit by him, it's like bam.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old John Madden deal. Bam.
And that's with a B.
He did a good job there.
That's with a B.
Tony Johnson leaves the field. He has some assistance, but he is walking off the field. We're glad to report that, and we hope he is okay. Now, as we resume play, the Rebels have the ball at the 23-yard line of Longview, and it's second down, a long 3. Again, the slot I formation for West Monroe. Handoff goes inside. Gooden has it. Some room to the 20. Gooden is battling his way forward to the 18, 17, maybe the 16-yard line. Hard running Frank Gooden has a first down as he hit it off the left side and has that ball very near the 16-yard line of Longview. As finally Cartez Bell got him down. But you know how hard Frank Gooden will run with that football, Jim.
Well, he certainly is running hard in the second half. And right now, as I look at that offensive line for West Monroe, I think the starters are in. So on the right side, that would be Sprayberry and Chambers at guard and tackle, respectively. And they would have been doing the damage on the linebacker, Tony Johnson.
28 seconds remain in the third quarter. Rebels down 14-0, but threatening now with the football at about the 17-yard line of the Lobos. The same slot formation, no tight end employed in the game for West Monroe as Steven Ensminger. Takes that football, quick drop, looks to throw and fires, and this pass is incomplete. Intended down around the 10-yard line for Mario Wiley. Thrown a little bit low, and Wiley tried to bring it in, and he couldn't quite handle that pass. So it is 2nd and 10, back at the 17-yard line.
Well, that time Wiley came sliding in on his knees to catch that pass, but that pass had to be thrown low. So that was intentionally thrown low because you didn't want to get that one up. If he throws it too high, the defender has a chance for the interception.
So the Rebels with Wiley to the right side, Turner in the slot out there, and Colt Calloway a wide out left. J-Rob and Gooden in the backfield from the 17-yard line behind Ensminger, who looks to throw, and he throws to Turner. Has it out there. He goes down to the 15. He is battling, but not much more. Stopped at the 15-yard line after gaining just a couple of yards. On the completed pass as Cortez Beal made the tackle on Carl Turner at the 15.
That pass thrown just a little bit behind Turner, so instead of catching it while he's going forward, he had to stop, pivot back, and catch it back over his shoulder as the third quarter comes to an end.
We'll be back with a final period of play. The Rebels are threatening and trail 14-0. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105.
For the perfect summer wedding, trust the faces you've known for 25 years at Traditions Fine Jewelry. This most
to the fourth period of play as we begin the final period. Jim, we got a good ball game. The Rebels down 14-0. 12 minutes to play, of course. And they have the ball with a very important 3rd down and 8 from the 15-yard line of Longview.
The Rebels 2 for 7 on 3rd down conversion attempts, 0 for 3 in the second half. I want to say happy birthday to Alex Lacasse. She turns 18 today, and she's one of our cheerleaders here at West Monroe High School, and of course the daughter of Robert, our statistician.
Our very fine stat man. Here we go. Ensminger is in the shotgun from the 15. 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Rebels need to go down around the 7-yard line for the first down. There's a snap. Backing up is Ensminger. Sets up a screen. Delivers the pass. He has a man, Gooden. He's down to the 10. He's down to about the 9-yard line. He's short of the first down by a yard, I believe, as the Rebels ran the screen. A good call and executed it well. There was a whole group of guys pouring in after Ensminger. He waited, delivered the ball to Gooden, who turned behind blockers. Laderick Satterwat made the tackle. The Rebels have it down to the 9, Jim. It is 4th down at about a yard and a half, maybe 2, needed for the first down.
Guess who's in on the offensive line? Will Blackwell, Luther Davis, and Big Bam Hurd. Wow. They've got the big guys in across the front now.
4th down, almost 2. The Rebels on a double tight, a very tight formation. Ensminger barking signals. From the 9-yard line, he takes the ball. He'll give it inside to Robinson. He has it, I believe, down near the 6-yard line. It'll be close, but I think he got the first down inside the 7, and the Rebels should have it 1st down and goal to go. Jason Robinson took it straight ahead, and it's 1st down and goal for the Rebels just outside the 6-yard line of Longview.
He ran behind Will Blackwell and Kyle Ernst. And yes, the Rebels are on offense. Those defensive linemen are playing on the right side of that offensive line right now. Ernst, the tight end.
The same double tight formation for West Monroe. Everybody in tight with a wing set to the right side. Just outside the 6-yard line. And here's the quarterback, Ensminger, running into his fullback, and they'll lose yardage back to almost to the 9-yard line as they tried the same thing. But good penetration by the Lobos, and the Rebels push back to the 9.
Okay, so the heavy set, Ernst, Davis, and Black will go out, and let's try the 3 wide receiver set again.
So it is 2nd down and goal to go. The ball is back near the 9-yard line after that play, though.
And once again, they're running right at big number 45, Cody Williams.
Yeah.
Wiley comes right, and the slot to the right side is going to be Turner.
I don't know if we will.
Here are the Rebels, high backfield from the 9, 2nd down and goal to go. Steven Ensminger takes that football. He will fake it, roll to the left side, has a man open down around the goal line, but it's intercepted the 5. Back to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, going all the way to the 40, to the 50, to the 40,
Frank
to the 35, 30, to the 20. That's going to be down to the 10, the 5, and in for the touchdown for Longview.
There are 2 flags on the field,
number
Frank.
5, that's Satterwhite, Laderick Satterwhite, who stepped in front of the intended receiver and intercepted that thing. There are flags down all over the field, so let's see what this is all about.
Well, initially, the running back who Ensminger was trying to throw to on the play was open, but he waited too long, and so the defender who was guarding the wide receiver in the corner of the end zone came off of his man and covered the wide receiver Gooden, who was open in the flat. Holding is going to be the call against Longview, so that cost them 7 points and maybe the opportunity to put away this football game with 9:52 remaining. But Bill, it looked like the running back was wide open. Ensminger just waited too long to throw it to him, and when he did, one defender covered 2 receivers.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jim. He just waited too long. I think he was trying to let the linebacker clear to try to get the ball over there, but that time cost him because the safety came up and made a great play. And then after the play had gone way past the quarterback, Ensminger, somebody hit Ensminger from the back, leveled him, and so that was a call at around the 43-yard line, and it brought it back to the 32.
Boy, that would have been about 95 yards.
Yes, it would.
Really an unnecessary attempt to block Ensminger, who clearly was not going to make the play. Great job by Gooden just to get back in it, though.
A big break for the Rebels. They're down 14-0, not 21. Here's a pitch going to McGee running left, 35 out of the 40, tripped up at about the 41-yard line. For West Monroe coming across there to make the tackle, Coach Callaway is in on defense right now.
No, that's Chan Battaglia.
26 right of the 28. Callaway, of course, the wide receiver. They pick up enough yardage for the first down on that play out to their own 41-yard line with Vondrell McGee.
And I think some of the air taken out of the, or the wind taken out of the sails of this Rebel football team, that was their best and really only scoring opportunity of this, or the best opportunity to score in this football game.
Shotgun formation this time as they will run a double reverse with a football, and they get a block to the 40. A flag down, 45-50. Rebel 45 down to the 43-yard line. They're going to call this back, though, an illegal block as they ran the end around and got it into the hands of the wideout. I think it was Michael George. He found some running room, and they're going to call this back for an illegal block against the Lobos.
Great recognition by Shamari Clemens. He was in perfect position on that little double reverse, and the only reason why he didn't make the tackle was because he was hit in the back by big Trent Williams.
From the point of the foul, which was about the 37-yard line, a 15-yard, well, the penalty, I guess, is 10 yards back to the 28-yard line. So it's first down now, and about 23 yards to go, it appears. Lobos ahead 14-0 with 9 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the game.
Maybe the Lobos will try to throw it here, and the Rebels can come up with a big play. Right now, I think it's on the defense to put the Rebel offense in a position to score with almost 9 minutes remaining.
Shotgun for Carlin Freeman. He'll roll to the right side. Little drop play to the running back out to the 30, 35. That's Ivory back in the game at the 40, 45, and finally down the 47-yard line. Well, the same drop play that was successful earlier is again as Chris Eiley finds some running room. He didn't get the first down, but he got that penalty yardage back plus some more out to the Lobo 47-yard line. It'll bring up third down and 5 yards to go.
I think it's going to be second.
Second down, yeah, second down and 5 yards to go.
And Terry Carter is shaking up for the Rebels, and he's going to be replaced by John Cody Canal in its safety. But what the quarterback does on that draw is he just sprints out to the right. The defense kind of follows with him, and he gives it to his fullback who's coming hard the other way.
Shotgun formation on 2nd and 5. Quick pass is caught at the 46-yard line of West Monroe, and David Robinson is knocked down immediately. It will be enough for the first down. Into Rebel territory to the West Monroe 46. First down and 10 as Shamari Clemens makes the tackle for West Monroe's Rebels.
You know, Don Childs was correct when he talks about Carl and Freeman. He's just so efficient. When he runs the football, he doesn't pick up a lot of yards, but he picks up 3, 4, 5 yards at important junctures, and he gets the ball to the receiver, and he picks up first down after first down.
Efficient is a good word, isn't it? Here's a running play to McGee inside.
Oh, my.
He is hit hard to the 45 and falls maybe to a yard to the 44-yard line.
Frank, he's going to get 3, maybe 4. I don't know how he did that because he was hit at the line of scrimmage, and now Luther Davis Jackson, as I like to call him, very slow getting up, and he may have to take a breather himself. Carter has not come back in the ball game. Bill, do you have an update on his condition?
No, I don't.
Ball is down on the 43, so he did get about 3 yards on that play. Second down, 7 yards to go, the Lobos. Clock running with 7:21 to play in the game. They lead West Monroe 14-0. Here's Carlin Freeman barking signals. He'll take the ball and give it to the fullback. Ivory twists away from one man, the 40, down to the 35. That'll be Mark Johnson. And Johnson is finally stopped at the 32-yard line on a first down run by the 160-pound sophomore fullback, Mark Johnson, for Longview.
Well, that's a pretty good backup to have. You know, Chris Ivory's about as good as it gets. By the way, Terry Carter coming back in the ball game. But when his backup runs like that, that's pretty impressive. I talked to one of the fans for Longview, and he says they just have an abundance of skill players on this football team, and we're seeing it tonight.
First down and 10 yards to go from the 32-yard line, and Freeman will hand it off to the tailback McGee. Tries to break a tackle.
He fumbled.
He did fumble the ball. Scramble for it at the 30-yard line. and I think the Rebels may have it, waiting for the indication from the official. McGee lost a handle on that football. Whose ball will the officials award it to?
Looks like Shamari Clemens is on top of it. He's got it.
Rebels
Terry Carter.
have it. Terry Carter came out of the heap with the football and handed it to the official. West Monroe recovers the fumble at their own 30 and will take over the ball. First down and 10 with 6 minutes, 33 seconds left in the game and trailing 14-0.
And Bill, they just threw or knocked Will Blackwell down, which is not easy to do after it was determined West Monroe had the football and there was no call. I guess the officials just simply didn't see.
This is a very aggressive football team, that the Longview Lobos, and they were a little frustrated there. They wanted the big touchdown on the interception. They wanted to try to drive it in, and they've talked a lot of trash, but they've been able to back it up. They threw Blackwell down that time. Good thing that he didn't retaliate, because Luther Jackson was right there ready to pounce, and now we've got a timeout on the field, and I guess we'll take that timeout, Frank.
We'll do it. We'll be back. 14-0 the Lobos. You're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105. The Rebels with a break and an opportunity now with 6:33 left in the game, recovering a Lobo fumble and taking over their own 30-yard line. So first down and 10 for West Monroe. Callaway heads to the left side. Wide right is Mario Wiley, and Turner in the slot right.
5 receivers.
Nobody in the backfield. Empty backfield behind Steven Insminger, who's down under center. 5 receivers out there. Quick drop pass goes left flat. And I think that's Gooden has it. He's out beyond the 35 to the 37-yard line. He'll gain 7 on that complete pass to Frank Gooden. Nobody in the backfield behind Insminger. And the quick pass out there to Gooden, Jim. Almost like just a little quick toss, like a toss.
Like a pitch. Almost like a pitch. You're running the option. You're throwing it, allowing the receiver or the runner, if you will, to continue his momentum as he catches the ball.
2nd and 3, the Rebels at the 37, their own 37-yard line. Insminger looking the other way. Now he's going to run the ball out beyond the 40, and he has the first down to the 42-yard line.
He was looking for Wiley, and I don't know if Wiley was looking for him, and it was going to be a quick throw out to the right, and Wiley was running a different route than Insminger thought he was going to be running, and so Insminger alertly just kind of saw a seam in the middle, picked up a first down.
T.J. Norris knocked him down, but alertly Steven Insminger saw the chance to run with the football. So it's first down at their own 42 for the Rebels. This time Insminger back in the gun. There's a snap, and he will drop back and look and throw. The pass caught at midfield and down to the 47-yard line of the Lobos. It's Turner, Carl Turner
Frank.
over the middle.
That's Frank.
Or is it Gooden? It's number 5, Frank Gooden, and a good catch, and he held on as he is pulled down just shy of the 47-yard line. Rebels going to be about a half a yard shy of the first down after that catch by Frank Gooden.
And the Rebels still going to the huddle with about 5:21 to go in this football game. The clock's still running. Frank, at least they have the kind of offense where they can really move the football efficiently in the air.
Second down play, Gooden hitting the backfield and dropped for no gain. Took the handoff right in the center of the football field and walloped is Gooden by T.J. Norris. So the Rebels have third down and a yard to go. The football resting at about the 49-yard line. Really, they're going to need 2 yards for the first down, I guess. Third down and about 2 from the 49.
T.J. Norris, by the way, is the right defensive end. So when you run away from Williams, you
run
get
into
Norris.
TJ.
And he's made some plays tonight.
Good football players on the team. Gooden is back in a shotgun on third down and 2 from the 49. The snap to Insminger. He throws over the middle wide open as Turner, and he does not hold on. He dropped the football. Hit as the ball was delivered into his hands.
It hit him in the 2.
Jarvis Pippins on the coverage, and the pass falls incomplete. So that makes it 4th and 2, Jim, for the Rebels. The ball on the 49 with 4:26 left and down 14-0. I'm sure the Rebels will be going for this.
Boy, that was a strike by Insminger, and really Turner took a shot, but the ball had bounced away from him by the time he took the lick.
So the Rebels have 2 yards they need for this first down, and here we go. 2 receivers right, 1 is left. I backfield. That'll be Robinson and Gooden. They need to go to the 47-yard line. Long count by Insminger. Now backs out of there, and he'll call timeout.
that was simply trying to draw the Lobos off sides.
Ensminger thought he did, but no flag has gone down. There's a timeout on the field, and we'll be back. 14-0 the Lobos. This is West Monroe football.
For everything you need to cut.
Two, and they're going for it from the 49, just across the 49-yard line. Need to go to about the 47. A slot left. One wide receiver right. Rebels take that football, give it to Robinson. Nothing. He is hit for no gain at the 49-yard line. J-Rob right in the center, and LaTroy Ayers knocks him down, and the Lobos take over the football.
Well, it was 2nd down and 1 after that nice reception by Frank Gooden, and then on well, I guess 3rd down and 1, and then on the next 2 plays, the Rebels just simply go backwards. Just a great job by that small but talented Lobo defensive line.
And so the Lobos have it, enjoying a 14-0 lead and only 4:22 left in the football game.
They're going for it.
Freeman's back to throw one on 1st down. Down the field he goes. The pass is incomplete. Out of the field to play, and well defended by the Rebels. Freeman trying to get it to David Robinson. And for West Monroe,
that's Love.
Scott Love on the defensive play. So it's 2nd down and 10 back at the 49-yard line of the Lobos for Longview, and that incomplete pass. They were trying to get all of it on that one, weren't they?
They wanted it. They wanted this score to be a little bit higher. You know, of course, these guys are obviously playing to win this game and have an undefeated season, but they've got a shot at a national championship.
Here's Carlin Freeman taking that football to McGee. He's in the middle. He is driven back for no gain. Hit and dropped at the 49-yard line. He got the handoff inside and never had a chance that time as he's hit by Lee Brown, the 272-pound senior tackle for the West Monroe Rebels.
And C.C. Carpenter really filled that hole well. He read the play, and that time McGee had no room to run. I don't know how many yards he has rushing on the night, but he's well over 100. 147 yards rushing. That's an impressive night.
Yes, it is, against this West Monroe defense especially.
For Mr. McGee.
It's 3rd and 10 now for the Lobos, and the quarterback, Carlin Freeman, will draw back in a shotgun. As he gets the snap, he hands off to the fullback. He's at the 50, and Ivory knocked off his feet at the 45. He is 4 yards shy of the 1st down. C.C. Carpenter, the junior linebacker, makes the tackle. The Rebels have asked for timeout. We'll keep it here with 3:21 remaining in the football game. The Lobos have 4th down. I'm sure they'll be punting it away and protecting that 14-0 lead. Let's go to the field and check in with Bill.
I'm not real sure they will punt the football here, Frank. I think they've got enough confidence in their defense that if they don't make it, the Rebels have not been able to muster anything offensively in terms of penetrating the red zone and scoring with the football. 3:21 left, going to be a big stand if they try to go for it. If they punt, obviously we need a good return, or try to watch for Jerry Arledge to put some pressure on the punter, maybe try to come after it. The last snap he got was low, and you may see some activity going after that punter.
We'll see. I'm going to be surprised if they don't punt the football in this situation, but you're right, Bill. Maybe they won't. By the way, Bill, Coach Show's wanted me to mention that he'll not be able to come up to the press box, but if we can, would you just, of course, he'll have to have time to go shake hands with Coach King, but we'll try to do a post-game interview with him, much like we do at halftime, if that's okay with you.
Be glad to do it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, the Lobos, maybe 9 for 13 now. We're 9 for 12, I think, prior to that 3rd down conversion attempt. So this may be their first 4th down conversion attempt of the ball game. But they feel like if they get it here effectively, they can run out the clock, or at least that's what they certainly would be thinking if they go for it here. Hey, I want to wish Ann Sin a speedy recovery. She has a broken leg, not able to come to the game. And Jerry Burson, Joanna's husband, had back surgery, and he's always at the games but listening tonight.
Absolutely. They're going for it. 4th down play. Pass caught for the 1st down. 35-30. Out of bounds. Inside the 25 of the 24-yard line is David Robinson. Indeed, the Lobos went for it, and they converted. The pass play from Carlin Freeman to David Robinson. Shamari Clemens got him out of bounds, but it's 1st down and 10 yards to go for Longview at the 24-yard line of the Rebels. 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go.
So 9 of 13 on 3rd down conversions. 1 of 1 on 4th down conversion attempts. Just very efficient when they needed to be offensively, the Lobos. That time, I think, just, Frank, a little soft coverage by the cornerback for West Monroe that time. They ran a little 3 or 5 yard out, and he was playing a little bit off of him. and just have a chance to recover and get to the football.
First down play 24. Ivory, the fullback, not much. A couple of yards in heavy traffic as Lee Brown makes the hit at the 23-yard line. Clock running with 3 minutes left in the game. Well, I talked to Ann Finn and her husband Mark, the public address voice of the Rebels, Jim, today, and I didn't realize it was her birthday, or I would have wished her happy birthday.
No, Ann Sin.
Oh, Ann Sin.
Broke her leg. Ann Sin, one of your teachers.
Who you're wishing happy birthday to?
I was wishing happy birthday to Alex Lacasse, Robert's daughter. She was 18.
I'm sorry.
And
I need to listen a little closer.
Charlotte Underwood also having a birthday.
I didn't realize Ann Sin had broken a leg. I'm terribly sorry to hear that.
She did indeed. She's one of your good teachers.
One of our great teachers in Ouachita Parish. Second down play. Give it inside. McGee has it inside the 20. Barrels his way down to the 19-yard line. He got about 5 yards. So it's third down and 5 yards to go. Clock running with 2:18 to go. C.C. Carpenter made the tackle, but Longview appears to be the winner of the Border Bowl. This game we've all looked forward to for a while, and it's been a good football game of these two teams, two fine programs, two of the finest in their respective states, squaring off here in Independence Stadium.
And Louisiana looks like they're going to come up short in this Border Bowl series. Arkansas getting the better of the first game, Springdale against Evangel, and Longview from Texas up now, and they better hurry up if they want to get this clock play off.
Third down play, and they'll go to Ivory. The fullback won't get much. He stopped about the 18-yard line to bring up fourth down, but only 1:35 left in the football game. Well, next week the Rebels go on the road, and they'll be down at the Crow Dome, Jim, against Karen Crow.
Things don't get any easier for West Monroe. They go from one tough opponent to another. The last time they went to the Crow Dome, they came up on the short end of the stick.
In fact, the first four, Longview, Karen Crow, Santa Maria, Airline, all tough games for these Rebels.
I think Longview is going to run down the play clock, 25-second clock that is, and till about 1 second they'll call a timeout with about 55 seconds to go, and decide what to do on fourth down.
They will, and we'll pause. It's 14-0 the Lobos, and you're listening to West Monroe football on LA 105. Skyriders backfield, a slot I formation. Carlin Freeman, the very fine quarterback, takes the ball, pitches out to McGee. He'll run to the right side, has the first down of the 15. He's at the 10, the 5, and he is in for the touchdown.
He backpedaled into the end zone. He came into the end zone backwards. He was hit, knocked sideways, and kind of turned 180 degrees, and then he just stayed that way into the end zone.
So McGee has given the Lobos yet another score with 46 seconds left in the game. Let's head to the sidelines. Check in with Bill.
Well, guys, a lot of dejection over here on this sideline. I think that this football team thought that they could play with Longview, and I think they have. What was some costly mental errors, some mistakes, not been able to get on the board, and of course Longview doesn't mind adding a little extra insult to injury with that score with 46 seconds left to play.
Zach Decker kicks the extra point. We'll be back. It's 21-0 Longview, and you're listening to West Monroe football. He asked was when's the last time the Rebels lost their opening game, and my question was when's the last time they got shut out.
So those will be trivia questions. Send your answers to Frank Hoppin. What's your address at the school? Address it to the Ouachita Parish School
West
Board.
Monroe City Court. How
okay.
Here we go as the Lobos prepare to kick it off. He'll kick short. Squib kick.
They may get it.
Well, they
do.
pick it up. They pick the foot up at the 30-yard line. They pick the ball up at the 30 and down to the 29. Jarvis Pippins just grabbed that thing. And with 46 seconds to go, the Lobos have the ball on the Rebel 29-yard line.
Just a short little pooch kick. The Rebel receiver just kind of looked at it. It bounced up, and the Lobos streaming down the field just kind of picked it up on one hop, and he had a chance to maybe score. Nick Young, who missed most of the fall practice, had a nice return early in the football game. Caught napping a little bit there.
And so the Lobos, let's see if they just take a knee or will they try to even add to this thing for their national ranking privileges.
I think they'll take a knee now.
Yeah, they will take the knee, as they should.
And I think the reason why they kept going a minute ago, we talked about it. I mean, because they're nationally ranked, they play a couple of teams that are nationally ranked as well, because they'll play Lufkin, who's nationally ranked. The bigger the margin of victory against a quality opponent, the higher you're going to move up in the polls. And it's not often that you have an opportunity to play for a national championship. Long way to go, of course, but maybe that was in the back of the coach's mind when he went for it on 4th down twice on this series before.
They take another knee, and the clock ticks down, and the Lobos are going to win this football game. Bill, after Coach Childs has a chance to visit and shake hands with John King, of course, we'll come back and let you visit with him. Right now, we're going to pause 2 minutes. The final score, the Lobos 21, the Rebels nothing. You're listening to West Monroe Football on LA 105.
Right, he threw the ball probably 30, 35 yards down the field, and Wills just didn't have a chance to get to the football. Overthrown by about 5 yards.
3rd down and 10 now for Karen Crow. Slot formation, two wide receivers set, 2 in the backfield, Anderson the shotgun. Calls for the football, looking for a little quarterback counter.
Oh, my.
Met by Blackwell and Ernst as he stood him straight up and knocked him down at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th down and 10, in that time the West Monroe defense being stiffened.
Just a quarterback draw, design play. Black will fall off a block. He looked to be almost on his knees. He hit the quarterback low, and then Ernst finished him off up high.
Mario Wiley will take his chance, and now flags on the play. Don't know what that's about.
I don't know if the Rebels have too many men, but somebody's counting. And they may be, the Rebels do have too many men on the field.
That's a
illegal participation.
Legal participation. That may be a 10-yarder.
Substitution is the call against the Rebels.
No, it's 5-yarder. 4th down, and 5 as the ball's moved to midfield. Wiley stands at about his 10-yard line, awaiting the punt from Ray Boudreau. 3:37 left here in the first period of play, no score. West Monroe about to get his hands on the football for the 2nd time in this contest. Here's a snap from center. Good snap. Here's the kick, and Wiley will
returnable.
Returnable, but he's going to fumble the football. Wiley actually fumbled it, picked it back up, got it at the 30, went out of bounds at the 35. He muffed it at about the 15. Lance Haynes on the cover for Carencrow. That was awfully fortunate for West Monroe.
Extremely fortunate. While he was coming up, it was a short kick. Had he been able to get to it, it was returnable. He couldn't get to it, and it bounced, kind of one-hopped him, and he kicked it forward. Fortunately, the only Bear defender in the area couldn't get to the ball either. And by the time Wiley got to the ball, he was able to pick it up and advance it to the 34.
Turn to the near side, Callaway to the far side. Robinson and Gooden in the backfield. Here's Ensminger calling for the football. 1st and 10 for the Rebels. Here's J-Rob. Going to get about 2 as he crosses the 35 to about the 36-yard line.
And the Rebel offense looks a little bit sluggish. They had a big play, the first play of the game, to Frank Gooden. He must have picked up 30, 35 yards running off the left tackle, or just inside left tackle, but a holding penalty negated that play, and really they haven't had a play over about 2 yards since.
Bryce Villard on the tackle for Carencrow. Same set except for Nick Young in the ball game to the far side. Here's Ensminger calling for the football.